Hello, learners. First, two important announcements. The Unacademy Mega Bootcamp is scheduled on October 14 and 15. With just 1.5 months to go, you definitely can't afford to miss this bootcamp because in this bootcamp, we are going to revise and discuss all important concepts that you need to know for your CAT examination. Make sure you attend this session live. Also, the AIMT, the All India Mock Test, is scheduled for the Sunday, the 16th of October, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. It is essential that you attempt this mock because you know what? You got to test and mark yourself against the best. With almost 30,000 students who have already registered for the AIMT, it's important that you know where you stand in the competition today. Remember, it's better to make mistakes now. Identify your strengths, identify your weaknesses, and work on these in the next few days. In addition, we have a lot of prizes to be won for toppers in the AIMT. So make sure that you don't miss this very important mock test 2 months, or I would rather say 1.5 months before your CAT. Thank you. Hello, learners. I am Parikshit Saikia, and welcome to the 99 Percentile Club. I have over 9 years of teaching experience, and I teach live on the Unacademy platform. In today's class, we are going to solve two very interesting but difficult, and I would say rather the 99 percentile mark question from the chapter Sequence, Series, and Progressions. So let's get started. Let's take up the first question. The series of natural numbers is divided into subsets. So they mentioned a few subsets. It seems S1, S2. So S1 is 1, S2 is 2, 3, 4, 5. S3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. S4, 15 to 13, and so on. Find the fifth element starting from the left of the subset S37. I strongly recommend that at this stage, you pause the video, give it a try, and then check if your answer is correct by comparing with the explanation that I provide in this video. Okay, so I hope you have paused, given it a try. So let's get started. So when I read this question, right, what I realize, the first thing, and I think it's very natural that what I first see is these are consecutive natural numbers. That's the first thing I observe. You know what? Subset S1 is equal to 1, is equal to, it has got just element 1. What about subset S2? It has got the elements 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Subset S3 has got the elements, 6 onwards, right? 6, 7, 8, up till 13. Okay, I'm just counting. Remember, we need to determine S37. So think about it. S1, I would say, has got 1 element. S2, count, has got 4 elements. 4. And 4, I think, can be written as 2 square. What about S3? S3, 6 to 14. Can you count 6 to 14? How many elements are there? 6 to 14. If you count, there are 9 elements. And 9 is nothing but 3 square. Super awesome. I think I get the logic. S4 is also given. How much is S4? S4 starts from 15 and goes up till 13. 15 to 30. How many elements are there? 16 elements. 16 elements, which is 4 square. I think I get the logic. So S1, 1 square. So basically 1 can also be written as 1 square. S1 has got 1 element, so I'll say 1 square. S2, how many elements? 2 square. S3, how many elements? 3 square. S4, how many elements? 4 square. Oh, I think I get the logic. Remember, we need to determine the fifth element starting from the left of the subset S37. So before thinking about S37, let's focus on the last element before that, S36. So if S1 has got 1 square elements, S2 2 square elements, S3 3 square elements, can I say S36 will have 30 square elements? Will you agree? S36 will have 36 square elements. And remember, these are all consecutive numbers. S1, 1, S2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So consecutive. So up till S36, I would have written 36 square elements. Up till S36, I would have written 36 square elements. Correct? Okay, now let's focus on this. So how many elements I have written? Number of elements. Number of elements, okay, till S36. Till S36 is what I'm trying to find out. That's nothing but 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus dot 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 up till 36 square. Correct? So can I say this is nothing but, remember, the sum of first squares or the first n natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So how much is the value of n? Remember, we need from 1 square to 36 square. So n is obviously 36. So n is 36 into 36 plus 1 is 37 into 36 into 2, 72 plus 1, 73. 73 divided by 6. So 6 ones are 6 6. Can you do the maths? How much is this? Can you do the calculations? 6 into 37 into 73. 6 into 37 into 73 comes out to be 16206. 16206. I hope no doubts up till there. So what did you do? You determined the number of elements till S36, and you just found out that up till S36 there would have been 16206 elements. Now we will start with S37. Remember, these are all consecutive elements. Remember, these were all consecutive elements. So when I say I have written 16206 elements, can I say I must have written from 1, 2, 3, 4 like this up till 16206? So S37 would be the next number, right? So what would be the next number after 16206? 16207. It would have 37 elements starting from 16207. So next element 16208, 16209. Remember, they're asking you fifth element from the left. So I've written 3 elements up till now from the left. 16210, 116,211, 16,212 dot 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 like this. There are 37 elements you would have written. You don't need all the 37 because what they want is just the fifth element starting from the left. Fifth element from the left. So can you count? Fifth element from the left side is 16221. Fifth element from the left side is 16221, and that's your answer to this 99 percentile question. I hope you understood, and I hope you got it correct when you paused the video and actually tried it yourself. Clear? It's a brilliant question. So let's try out the next one. Okay. Now let me just rub this before I start reading the next one. I suggest that you start reading the second one, and in the meantime, I'll just clean this. Okay. There are 8, 4, 3, 6 balls, okay, each with a radius of 1 centimeter, stacked in a pile with 1 ball on the top, 3 balls in the second layer, 6 in the third layer, 10 in the fourth layer, and so on. Now, when I read this, I think there's sort of a diagram that's coming to my mind, right? They are saying balls on the top, right? So I think there is a sort of diagram which we can draw, because moment you draw the diagram, right, it helps you to visualize it better. So let's draw the diagram. Okay. 8, 4, 3, 6 balls, each with a radius of 1 centimeter. So when they are saying that every ball is with the radius of 1 centimeter, what they mean to say that every ball is similar, right? Stacked in a pile with 1 ball at the top. So let's draw it. You have 1 ball at the top. Then you have 3 balls in the second layer. So second layer would have got 3 balls like this. 3 balls like this. Next, 6 in the third layer. So if you have 6 in the third layer, something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And so on. And so on. 10 in the fourth, and so on. I'm not drawing it, but 10 in the fourth, and so on. Number of horizontal layers in the pile is. So if you're counting, total balls that you have used to make this figure is 8, 4, 3, 6. So here you have one ball, here you have three balls. Remember, next you have six balls, next you have 10 balls. Like this, the total balls that you have used to draw the figure, to have this figure, is 8, 4, 3, 6. Okay, and they're asking you how many horizontal layers must have been there. So think about it. It's nothing but addition of numbers, right? So it's nothing but addition of numbers. So first layer has got one ball, second layer has got three balls, next layer 6, next layer 10, and so on and so on. So how many layers are there? So basically they're asking you how many numbers are there. How many numbers are there such that the sum of the numbers is going to become equal to 8436. Think about it. If you can tell me that there are only three numbers, I would have said there are three layers. Think about it. Look at the diagram on the top on right. Right? If you tell me there are just three numbers, 1, 3, and 6, you are basically telling me there are three layers. If you tell me there are four numbers, you're basically telling me there are four layers. So how many numbers are required such that the sum becomes 8436? Now, these numbers are very popular numbers. You should be able to recognize these numbers. Think about it. What are these numbers? These numbers are nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2 numbers. We call them Pascal's number, or we call them triangular numbers. Think about it. What are these numbers? These are n into n plus 1 by 2 numbers. What do I mean by that? Put n is 1. Think about it. If you put n as 1, you know how much will you get? 1 into 2 by 2, 2 cancels, you get 1. If you put n as 2, you know what? 2 into 3 divided by 2, 2 cancels, you get 3. Wow, you get the second number. Put n is 1, you get the first number of the series. Put n is 2, you get the second number 3. If you put n as 3 in n into n plus 1 by 2, how much will you get? How much will you get? Put 3 into 4 by 2 becomes equal to 6. Wow, you get the third number in the series. So these are nothing, but you should be very easy. You should be easily recognizing them. These numbers have come several times in the CAT, and should you prepare well, these numbers should be there in your mind. So what are these numbers? So think about it. N, every number. So basically 1 is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2 number. Similarly, 3 is nothing but another n into n plus 1 by 2 number. Similarly, 6 is nothing but another n into n plus 1 by 2 number. If you put n is 3, you'll get 6. What is 10? 10 is again another n into n plus 1 by 2 number. If you put n is 4, you will get 10. 4 into 5, 20, 20 by 2, 10. And dot, 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 dot. And you are adding each of them. You are adding each of them. Now, not to scare anyone, but these in a fashionable way, right? I think I can write this as sigma. So many numbers you are adding, right? N into n plus 1 by 2, n into n plus 1 by 2. You are adding all these n into n plus 1 by 2. So what you are doing, this in mathematically, in a fashionable way, I would say you use the sign. Don't get scared with the sign. This is nothing but summation. You are adding all of them. Summation of n into n plus 1 by 2. Just adding all of them simply means you're adding all of these. And this should in turn be equal to 8436. You need to determine the value of n. Summation, be very careful. It's not n into n plus 1 by 2. It's not just one of them, but it's many n into n plus 1 by 2 combining and getting you 8436. So remember 1 by 2, 2 is a constant. I think you can take it out. So what you get, if you take this 1 by 2 common, the denominator, sigma n square plus sigma n, if you multiply, okay, this becomes 8436. This becomes 8436. Are you with me on this? Are you with me on this? Hope you are able to understand. Right? Okay, I'll just create some space and rub this so that I have some space and you are better able to follow. Now you need to solve this. Remember, what is sigma n into n? Sigma n square. We just did that in the previous question. Sigma n square. Sigma n square is nothing but, remember the formula for sigma n square? So 1 by 2. Sigma n square is nothing but n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. And what is sigma n? Sigma n is n into n plus 1 by 2, and that should be equal to 8436. Now you can either solve this, or you can use the answer options. I always believe that you should simplify a bit further just for practice, because you never know, in the CAT you might get a theta question. Type in the answer without the answer option. So here you can just substitute which answer option satisfies it. But I would suggest you can simplify a bit more. If you want, you can take, let's say, the second term common, n into n plus 1 by 2, which is there, the second term. If you take that common, so the first term, n into n plus 1 has been taken common, so you'll have 2n plus 1. Remember, you have taken 2 common, you have a 6 here, so obviously you need a 3 plus 1, right? This would be equal to 8436. And then, so this will become n into n plus 1 divided by 4. So into, how much will you get? 2n plus 1 plus 3 divided by 3, right, is equal to 8436. 8436. Either you can solve this further. N into n plus 1 by 4. You can take the 2 common, and then 2n plus 4, right? 2n plus 4. So if you take 2 common, it will be n plus 2 divided by 3 is equal to 8436. So 2 gone, 2 gone. So this is nothing but n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 6. Divided by 6 is equal to 8436. You can either solve this, or now at this stage, right, 8436. Now at this stage, substitute the answer option or solve this. And if you solve this, okay, if you solve this, just go with the answer options, check which value of n will satisfy, and you will see that if you put answer option C, if you take n is 36, this equation on the left hand side will become equal to 8436. And that I leave it for you, right? 8436, okay? And that's your answer to this another brilliant 99 percentile question. So I hope there was some learning. You got to understand some of the very frequently occurring type of questions from the chapter sequence, series, and progressions in algebra, right? I hope you enjoyed the class, and I'll see you in my next class. Happy learning, folks. Thank you.